Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, my dear brothers and sisters in Islam. Welcome back again to another program of the Power of Dua series that we've been doing for the last several days and nights. Alhamdulillah. Today is part 8 out of all these series. Those of you who are joining for the first time tonight and watching this live transmission, my request to you is that you subscribe our channel and also watch the previous night programs so that you are aware of this Talk of Power of series. So if you're joining tonight for the first time, you may have missed some very important lessons from this whole Dua series, which we've been covering about etiquettes of Dua, manners of Dua, and everything. So it'll be good for you to watch the other parts also. Tonight is part 8 that we're doing. And also tonight we'll be doing a special Dua, inshallah, like the style of Saudi Arabia, especially tonight being the night of Friday, Shab-e Jummah. And also because it's Shaban and today it was Thursday and a lot of people were fasting. They just broke their fast. So we'll be doing all those things tonight in this program. But before we begin, inshallah, let us first listen to some Quran recitation from Saleh Jawad.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر صدق الله العظيم.
Jazakallah khair, Saleh, for that beautiful recitation. As we know, the meaning of this surah Al-Asr, means by swear by time. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, right now, time is the biggest thing that we have on our hand. As you know, brothers and sisters, everybody's quarantined, everybody's self-isolated. And what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us, that He's swearing by time. Wal-asr, innal insan lafi khusr. Everybody is at a loss. And we really know that meaning of the loss right now, because we see the amount of loss that the world and humanity is suffering right now. So these verses really, really touch our heart. And the next is that Allah says, إِلَّا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ. Those people are not in a loss, those who believe in Allah and do righteous good deeds. Remember, doing righteous good deeds is something that we covered in part 6 of this Dua series, that in order for our Dua to be accepted, we have to complement it, supplement it with hasanat, with good deeds, with a'mal, so that our Dua gets accepted more hurriedly, more rush, inshallah. That's one of the ingredients we talked about. And then Allah also says, إِلَّا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالْحَقِّ وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالصَّبْرِ. That we not only have to believe and do righteous good deed, but we also have to enjoin other people in doing righteous good deeds. We have to enjoin other people on truth and also in patience. Because being selfish is not the characteristic of a believer. We cannot be selfish and just think of ourselves and our own personal gains, but we also have to encourage other people. And that's the reason we're doing this series. Ever since we had this lockdown, we started this Power of Dua series, because right now everybody is in turmoil, in turbulence. It's very volatile situation everywhere in the world. I don't know if you're following the news or not, but tonight we have a very, very sad news, a very bad news, especially for us American living in this country. Today, America became the first country now in this pandemic with the highest number of infectious diseases reports, surpassing China, surpassing Italy, surpassing Spain and Iran and all the other countries. So inshallah, we'll be making a special dua tonight for all the people, and especially the Americans in this country, that Allah protect and preserve us, and preserve all the Muslims and all human beings, inshallah. from this calamity and protect us from this pandemic growing further and going any higher. So all of that is in the hands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, as you know very well, inshallah. So, as we were talking last night in part 7 of this series, we had stopped last night on the um, what are the aspects of the dua that makes the dua qubul, as we say, qubul or accepted. Number one question everybody asks is, oh, I've been making dua, as I said this last night when we concluded, that people say many times, I've been making dua for such a long time, it doesn't get accepted. Why is there a delay in the dua? And tonight, inshallah, we will talk about why is really there a delay in our dua. There was the dua of the Sahaba Kiram ridwanullah ajma'in. Their dua was so fast and speedy like a rocket that it would, the moment they made dua, and instantaneously Allah will listen to the dua. So for that, inshallah, I would like to refer to a hadith Rasul sallam told us. قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم الرجل يطيل السفر أشعث أغبر يمد يديه إلى السماء يا رب يا رب ومطعمه حرام ومشربه حرام وملبسه حرام وغذي بالحرام فأنا يستجاب له. Rasulullah صلى الله عليه وسلم is saying in this hadith, this is very important, listen carefully please. It has a very meaningful thing in this hadith regarding our dua. In fact, this hadith answers the question of why our dua get delayed in answering. Why is there a delay and lag time in our dua being answered? So Rasulullah said, a man who is coming from a long journey, from a long traveling, his hair is like disheveled, he has ghubar, ghubar means like dust. If in those days they used to travel by horses and donkeys and camels. It's not like us today in planes and trains and cars and whatnot. So as they are coming from the traveling, your hair, because of the wind blowing on your hair and your head, and because of the dust billowing from the foots of the horses and the camels, you have dust on your face, on your clothes. So Rasulullah is saying that a man, a rajul yatilu safar, yash'as akhbar, his hair is disheveled, his has dust on his clothes. Yamuddu yadehi ila sama. Yamuddu means he raises his hands like this, He goes like this to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He's literally yamuddu yadehi ila sama means a sign, a gesture of begging, beseeching, pleading to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You're literally begging, oh Allah, give me, please, bestow upon me, bless me. Like I was saying last night, if you remember, those of you who were watching me last night in parts 7 of this series, that how a little kid, 1-year-old, 2-year-old, you take them to a toy shop and they see the toys and they just want that toy and they're just pleading and begging and they're begging on their parents. A 2-year-old child is so small, so young right there, and you are like 6 foot or 5 foot. So the child is pulling your hand or pulling your shirt, pulling your trouser. And that's exactly what Rasulullah is saying. That a man who came from a long traveling and he has disheveled hair and he has dust on his body and his clothes, and then he raises his hand like this, yamuddu yadahu ila sama. And then when he raises his hand up there, he says, Ya Rab, Ya Rab, oh Allah, oh Allah, like begging, beseeching, pleading. And then Rasulullah goes on to say, وَمَطْعَمُهُ حَرَامٌ وَمَشْرَبُهُ حَرَامٌ وَمَلْبَسُهُ حَرَامٌ. Rasulullah is saying that this man who is calling upon Allah, begging Allah, raising his hand up in the skies, beseeching as if like gesturing to Allah, I'm in need, I'm in desperate, please help me. And then Rasulullah, who's watching at him and he's telling to his Sahaba, وَمَطْعَمُهُ حَرَامٌ وَمَشْرَبُهُ حَرَامٌ وَمَلْبَسُهُ حَرَامٌ. Notice Rasulullah mentioned 3 things in this hadith. Number 1, he said his ta'am is haram, the food. Now, the ulama of tafsir inform us that here he does not mean that the person is eating food which is haram, like pig or something else, or non-zabiha meat, something like that. No, mat'amu haram means that the money that he used to buy the food was haram money. Let's say somebody earns risk, earns a salary, earns a business profit. Let's say somebody does tijara, trade, business, or a salary, and they cheat in their business, they cheat in their job, in their salary. Would that salary be haram? Imagine somebody fulfill a timesheet. I worked 8 hours today, and in the timesheet, in the worker in the company, I need to be paid for 8 hours, and they put in the timesheet, but they did not work 8 hours. They worked 6 hours. That 2 hours is wrong, and that's where the haram comes in. Or for that matter, somebody's lying and cheating and betraying in their business, in their job, in their work, and while they're doing that, they're also earning the salary, earning the business, earning the risk. So when they use that money, when they get that paycheck, or when they get that profit or check in the business, and then they use that money to go buy the groceries, they buy the eggs, the milk, the bread, the fruits and vegetables, they bring home, they make food out of it, and now that food goes where? In the mouth. Subhanallah. That is what Rasulullah is saying. وَمَطْعَمُهُ haram, وَشَرَابُ مَشْرَبُهُ haram. Meaning whatever he is eating and drinking is haram. And if the person is eating and drinking haram and then says, Ya Rabb, Ya Allah, listen to my dua, how on earth is Allah going to accept the dua? The very promise that we made to Allah, that, oh Allah, we will not lie, we will not cheat, we will not deceive, we will not betray, we will not be disloyal. The very promise, we break that, we breach that promise. And then we expect that, oh Allah, accept my dua. Oh Allah, I'm eating from haram. Oh Allah, I'm earning risk from haram. Oh Allah, I'm earning risk by lying to people. Oh Allah, I'm earning risk by cheating on people. Oh Allah, I'm earning risk by being deceiving to people. And then I use that money, oh Allah, and I buy the food and I drink and it goes in my body. And then Rasulullah said one more thing, very important to listen. وَمَلْبَسُهُ haram, and their libas is haram. As the ulama tafsir say of this hadith, libas haram for a man would be what? Silk. Because silk is forbidden from men. But no, that is not what Rasulullah is saying. What he's saying is that the money used to buy the clothes was haram money earned. So the person was not wearing silk, the person was not drinking alcohol, the person was not eating pig, but he's eating halal food, halal drinks from halal sources, but the money used to buy that, he's not wearing silk, but he's wearing regular cotton or wool or anything, but the money used to buy that was haram. Let that sink in. Let that sink in, my dear brothers and sisters Islam. Each one of us, including myself, I'm no better than anybody here right now watching us or will watch later. I'm the worst of all of you. Each one of us, including myself, let us do some introspection. Let us do some reflection. How many times in the past year or decade have we earned risk from haram? How many times have we lied to somebody here, lied over there? How many times we have tried to cheat or make ends meet just to earn some money? How many times have we tried to make quick bucks, quick money? That, oh, let me just make a quick profit, not realizing, am I undermining the very principles of Islam that gives me the guidelines to earn halal rizq? Earning halal rizq is very important, my dear brothers and sisters, because in this hadith of Rasulullah, now we understand in this hadith that is mentioned, Rasulullah is saying, وَالْمَلْبَسُ haram وَغُذِّيَ بِالْحَرَامِ, and this person is fully loaded in haram. From head to toe, it's all in haram. Meaning that is the amount of haram risk the person is earning. Each one of us, including myself, each one of us need to ask us this question: is my risk halal? Am I earning risk halal? Is my earnings and my profits and dividends and salary and trade, and is that halal? Because if there is a slightest haram, even one drop, one spot of haram in my risk, it is going to jeopardize what? The acceptability of dua. People don't realize when they're earning haram, when they're out in the busy in the market, when they're out there working, job, whatever, or selling, trading, at that moment, it doesn't pass their mind, their brain a single bit that, oh, whatever I'm doing right now is going to have repercussions. Where? When I raise my hand. Like the hadith said, يَمُدُّ يَدَهُ إِلَى السَّمَاءِ. He raised his hand up in the sky, making dua. Ya Rabb, Ya Allah, Ya Rabb, Ya Allah, accept my dua. And the person at that moment forgets that he earned haram, he ate haram, he is wearing haram. فَأَنَّ يُسْتَجَابُ لَهَا lahu. Allah Rasul says, فَأَنَّ, meaning there's a question, there's an interrogation. فَأَنَّ يُسْتَجَابُ لَهُ, how will Allah answer that person's dua? You know, the $1,000,000 question that people are asking right now in this crisis, in this pandemic, in this COVID, is why is our dua not being accepted? And this hadith for Rasulullah, for those of you who joined late, I repeat again for you. In this hadith, Rasulullah is saying, "Ar-rajulu yatilu safar," a man who's coming from a long journey, ash'az, whose hair is his journey on his clothes and his body, hands up in the sky, as if like begging to Allah. Ya Rab, he says, oh my Lord, he's begging, beseeching. وَمَطْعَمُهُ haram, and his food is haram. وَمَشْرَبُهُ haram, and his drink is haram. وَمَلْبَسُهُ haram, and his clothes is haram. وَغُذِّيَ بِالْحَرَامِ, and this person is heavily infested with all forbiddance and haram. فَأَنَّا يُسْتَجَابُ لَهُ, how will Allah answer the dua? This is Rasulullah saying. The $1,000,000 question, why our dua is not being answered, is given in this hadith of Rasulullah. He's saying, how can Allah answer our dua when we are heavily infested, deeply drowned, overwhelmed from head to toe in haram? We may not be eating pig or drinking alcohol or wearing silk, but we may be buying the food and the drink and the clothes from haram money, haram rizq. And that is why eating halal rizq is very, very paramount. For a believer, his whole wujud and existence is based on one thing, halal. Eat halal, feed halal. Eat halal and feed your children and your family halal. Because then you will have the thamarat, the barakah, the benefits of halal. And then you will see the dua being accepted. The number one question that people are asking right now, why is there a delay in my dua? The number one answer for that is, I need to investigate my earnings, my rizq. Am I earning anything from that is haram? Or if I'm earning halal, but is there any component of my rizq, of my salary, of my job, of my business, any component, even 1%, is it involved with haram? Because you can have a nice, pure, big glass of clean water, but you put in a small, small drop of urine, and urine that is not even yellow, which is clear. You put that in. Would you be able to tell the glass? No. But can we drink the water? No. Because there is some filthiness that has entered. Even just one drop, the whole glass of water is fine and pristine and beautiful. Just somebody put a drop of urine in it or a drop of alcohol. The color doesn't change, the texture doesn't change, but we cannot drink that water. That's exactly how when we earn rizq, and even 1 inch, 1 iota, 1 ounce of rizq is earned through lying, cheating, deceiving, or haram, or things like that, dua is jeopardized. Then who are we to complain to Allah? Who are we to say, oh Allah, our dua is not being answered? Oh Allah, why is there delay in my dua? Allah is saying back to us, Ya Bani Adam, O son of Adam, look at your rizq, look at your earning. When it comes to earning profit, when it comes to earning rizq, you are in a hurry, you are in a frenzy, you just want to earn by hook or crook. Anyway, I just want to earn money, 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 money. So my dear brothers and sisters in Islam, the lesson we learn from this hadith is that we should always be very, very careful of what we are earning. What is our rizq? The answer this, and I leave you and I conclude today, as we know, we're going to be making special dua right now. Hafiz Shahid has come here, joined us. So we will request all of you to say Ameen when we are making the dua here. But before we go over to the dua, I just want to leave you with 5 things. 5 things that are the shart for dua to be accepted, especially for those who are joining here tonight for the first time. Please, those of you who joined today, like our Facebook page, subscribe our channel, YouTube channel. So this way, every time you will get notification of our next video coming out, inshallah. And also, when you subscribe to the YouTube channel, you will get to see all the previous videos. Today is part 8. So we have done up to now 7 videos on this dua. And each of those nights, I've spoken about various aspects of dua, ingredients of dua, etiquettes of dua. So tonight, I leave you with this 5 things, 5 shart, 5 conditions for that dua to be accepted. Number one, the most important shart or condition for dua to be accepted, to realize la qadirun illallah. No one can answer my dua. No one is able or capable of answering my dua except who? Allah. La qadirun illallah. Al wasa'itu fi qabdatihi. All the means for dua to be accepted, all the means for my need to be fulfilled is in the hands of Allah. Fi qabdatihi. No one in this whole wild universe can ever benefit me a single inch and iota if Allah doesn't want us to be benefited. So remember, wasa'it is the meaning the means and mechanisms and vehicle of that would help us or fulfill our requirements and need. All of that fi qabdatihi is in the hands of Allah. Allah holds all the means to power in his hand. He is the one who is musabbibul asbab. He is the creator of the means. He is the one who makes the knife cut something, and he is the one who is also mubtilul asbab, the reverser of the means, like the knife that did not cut or did not sacrifice Sayyidina Ismail alayhi salam. He is the musabbibul asbab who makes the fire burn people. You put your hand in the fire, it will burn. But he is also Allah, the mubtilul asbab, the remover of the means. When Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salam goes in the fire, Allah says, وَقُلْنَا يَا نَارُ كُونِي بَرْدًا وَسَلَامًا عَلَى إِبْرَاهِيم. O fire, be cool and be peaceful on my slave Ibrahim alayhi salam. So these are not just bedtime stories for us to learn and remember and talk to our kids. There's a meaning to it. Allah is saying, I made the fire and I gave the fire the means to burn, to harm, but I also told the fire to remove the means, remove the wasa'id, remove the wasa'il, so it doesn't burn who? His slave, his Nabi Ibrahim alayhi salam. So number one, la qadirun illallah. No one is able or capable to answer my dua, to answer my needs except Allah. Like we said in the previous nights, khulus and with sincerity making dua. Number two, all the means are in the hands of Allah. And number three, yad'u bi niyatin sadiqa wa khalisa. The third condition for dua to be accepted, as the ulama have outlined, is that the person yad'u bi niyatin, with intention, sadiq, truthful. Meaning, be truthful in your dua. Don't, like I said last night, don't be a half-hearted person dua. Oh Allah, if you want, give me this. Oh Allah, if you don't want, don't give me this. That's not the way to make dua. You should have sidqun niyyah. You should have the totality, the devotion, the concentration. Oh Allah, I need this. Oh Allah, this is good. And yes, you can say, oh Allah, if this is blissful and good for me, then let me have it. And if it's not good for me, then replace with something better. That is a better way to make dua, not what usually we hear from people saying, oh Allah, if you want, give me this. If you don't want, don't give me this. What kind of attitude is that? That's like telling Allah, astaghfirullah, oh, I don't really care if I get it. I'm not really sadiq. I'm not really truthful in what I'm asking you, Allah, because if I get it, fine. If I don't get it, fine. That means you don't really need it, do you? If you don't care, why are you asking Allah? Number four, al-qalb. This is what the ulama says, the most important ingredient for dua to be accepted. Yad'u bi khulus al-qalb. They ask upon Allah with khulus al-qalb, the wholeheartedness, not half-heartedness. Putting their heart and soul into the dua, really focusing. That's why when we make dua, we close our eyes or we look towards the palm or we look towards sajda, something. You're not like looking around here. I mentioned that many times. You go to the masjid and you see somebody making dua and they're looking around. I mean, you finish your sunnah and you're going out of the masjid door. Come on, guys. You should be focusing on Allah, making dua, not what's going on in the masjid. May Allah open our masajid. Our masajid are closed. Please make dua. Allah, we can go back to our masjid and pray. Fifth, last but not the least, la yamallu min ad-du'a. The person does not get tired of making dua. This is the most important thing. I mentioned this in detail last night in part number 7. So those of you who are joined here tonight first time, please go back and watch part number 7. I talked extensively on this fifth point, that never ever getting tired or bored of making dua. So come, my dear and sister Islam, inshallah, now we'll have my son Hafiz Shahir make dua. Inshallah, we request all of you to join us And if you have your friends and loved ones, text them, ask them to come and join on our YouTube channel or Facebook. Both is open so that everybody can sharik, can participate, and but just by saying Ameen, Ameen. Inshallah, the dua may be long, so please do not worry about it, because right now we are in pain. The Muslim Ummah is in pain wherever we are. We need to get rid of this pandemic. So we make dua to Allah in the way like Sheikh Sudesh does in Saudi Arabia, in Mecca, inshallah. So let us focus on the dua. It'll be in Arabic, but after every sentence that he's saying, just keep saying Ameen, Ameen, inshallah.
اللهم إنا نحمدك ونستعينك ونستهديك ونستغفرك ونتوب إليك ونثني عليك الخير كله، نشكرك ولا نكفرك ونخلع ونترك من يفجرك. اللهم إياك نعبد ولك نصلي ونسجد وإليك نسعى ونحفد، نرجو رحمتك نرجو رحمتك نرجو رحمتك ونخشى عذابك، إن عذابك الجد بالكفار ملحق. اللهم لك الحمد كله ولك الشكر كله، وإليك يرجع الأمر كله، علانيته وسره. فأهل أنت أن تحمد، وأهل أنت أن تعبد، وأنت على كل شيء قدير. لا إله إلا الله المتوحد في الجلال بكمال الجمال تعظيما وتكبيرا، المتفرد بتصريف الأحوال على التفصيل والإجمال تقديرا وتدبيرا، المتعالي بعظمته ومجده، الذي نزل الفرقان على عبده ليكون للعالمين نذيرا. ونحن على ما قال ربنا وخالقنا ورازقنا من الشاهدين، ولما أوجب وألزم غير جاحدين، والحمد لله رب العالمين. اللهم لك الحمد على التمام، اللهم لك الحمد على التمام، ونسألك حسن الختام. اللهم إنا عبيدك بنو عبيدك بنو إمائك، نواصينا بيدك، ماض فينا حكمك، عدل فينا قضاؤك. نسألك بكل اسم هو لك سميت به نفسك، أو أنزلته في كتابك، أو علمته أحدا من خلقك، أو استأثرت به في علم الغيب عندك، أن تجعل القرآن العظيم ربيع قلوبنا ونور صدورنا وجلاء أحزاننا وذهاب همومنا وغمومنا، وسابقنا ودليلنا إليك وإلى جناتك جنات النعيم. اللهم اجعلنا بتلاوة كتابك منتفعين، وإلى لذيذ خطابه مستمعين، ولأوامره ونواهره خاضعين، وعند ختمه من الفائزين، ولك في جميع شهورنا ذاكرين، ولك في جميع أمورنا أراجين. اللهم أنت ربنا لا إله إلا أنت خلقتنا ونحن عبيدك ونحن على عهدك ووعدك ما استطعنا نبوء لك بنعمتك علينا ونبوء بذنوبنا ونبوء بذنوبنا ونبوء بذنوبنا فاغفر لنا ما قدمنا وما أخرنا وما أعلنا وما أسررنا وما أنت أعلم به منا أنت المقدم وأنت المؤخر لا إله إلا أنت اللهم لك أسلمنا وبك آمنا وعليك توكلنا وإليك حاكمنا فاغفر لنا ما قدمنا وما أخرنا وما أعلنا وما أسررنا اللهم إنا نعوذ بك من جهد البلاء ودرك الشقاء وسوء القضاء وشماتة الأعداء ونسألك عيش السعداء ومجاورة الأنبياء والنصر على الأعداء ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بك اللهم إنا نعوذ بك من ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا أو أخطأنا ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إصرا كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين اللهم فرج هم المهمومين من المسلمين ونفس كرب المكروبين وفك أسر المأسورين وقض الدين عن المدينين واشف مرضانا ومرضى المسلمين وارحم موتانا وموتى المسلمين اللهم اغفر لجميع موتى المسلمين الذين شهدوا لك بالوحدانية ولنبيك بالرسالة وماتوا على ذلك اللهم اغفر لهم وارحمهم وعافهم واعف عنهم واكرم نزلهم ووسع مدخلهم واغسلهم بالماء والثلج والبرد ونقهم من الذنوب والخطايا كما ينقى الثوب الأبيض من الدنس وجازهم بالحسنات إحسانا وبالسيئات عفوا وغفرانا حتى يكونوا في بطون الإلحاد مطمئنين وعند خيام الأشهاد آمنين وإلى أعلى جناتك سابقين اللهم انقلهم جميعا من ضيق اللحود ومراتع الدود إلى جناتك جنات الخلود في سدر مخضود وطلح ممدود وماء مسكوب برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين اللهم إنا نعوذ برضاك من سخطك وبمعافاتك من عقوبتك وبك منك لا نحصي ثناء عليك أنت كما أثنيت على نفسك وصل اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين
Ameen, Ameen. Jazakallah khair, everybody, for joining in. Inshallah, Ameen. Inshallah, tomorrow night again, 8 p.m., we will continue with this series, Power of Dua series, part number 9. And again, tomorrow night also, we'll be making dua. We are making dua every night at the end of this program to remove this bala, remove this pandemic. And inshallah, join us again tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Jazakallah khair. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.